Hi, welcome to Kids Club and Cardboard Box Adventures. So we're going to take some ordinary cardboards and give them a new life, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. I'm Miss Sherri from Scenic Regional Library Branch in Owensville. So again, welcome, and get ready for a little adventure with cardboard boxes and what you can turn them into. All right. First, I would check out some box supplies from local factories, retail stores. Sometimes they do break the boxes down and flatten them, but usually with a little bit of tape and folding and bending, you can put them back into shape. So these are just a few of the boxes that I picked up locally, and also some that we had here at the library. Here are some of the tools and supplies that I used. So I have some crayons of various colors, that kind of stuff, markers of different colors, scissors, paint, and other things that I found around the house, so that might also be useful. And then I've got different kinds of brushes, some tape, and really just about anything that you can find around the house you might be able to incorporate into your cardboard box adventure. If you have to do any heavy cutting with an X-Acto knife or with a box knife, then you need to have an adult help you out with those kind of things. So just be mindful of that. You also want to be careful of what kind of surfaces you're cutting on. Like an old concrete floor would probably be fine, but make sure you're not cutting on good furniture, on the carpeting, or anything like that. So when I was cutting, I put my things down on the concrete floor and in the garage, and it didn't hurt anything. So keep those things in mind. Here are some of the things that I worked on and came up with, and we'll take a closer look at some of them here in just a few minutes. I also made a list of, and you could come up with a list of endless possibilities of what you might incorporate into your box. So it could be a castle, it could be a barn, a rocket, just a quiet place to create and make, or other things. And it can be one thing one day and something completely different another day. And I'll show you just a little glimpse of another box that I didn't finish but that I worked on. And you can see I've got some of the books sitting around that inspired me. Weird, Wild, Amazing by Tim Flannery is another nonfiction book that has all kinds of interesting facts about different kinds of animals and so forth, and their environments. That was another book that inspired me. Another one here is Charlotte the Scientist, and she's a very serious scientist, but maybe you want your box to look like a laboratory. And I found a book on Amelia Earhart, back in the board books, but still fascinating facts about Amelia Earhart and her adventures. Maybe you turn your box into the cockpit of a plane. And another book that talks about dreaming, about being an artist, a firefighter, and other things. Moreau's Magic Animals. But the book that started the whole thing off for me was one of my favorite books here in the library, What to Do with a Box, by Jane Yolen and Chris Shaban. And we'll take a look at some of the adventures from this book and look at a few others also. What to do with a box. You can open it once. You can open it twice. Ta-da! You can paint a landscape with the sun. You can take your box for a drive around a dirt track or maybe a paved road. You can sail to far-off lands in your box. And one more book that I forgot to mention is this one. It talks about doll houses and other things, but a lot of it goes right along with things that you could do for your box. And there's the outside cover of the book, the paper Playhouse. So that might be helpful too. You could take things like wallpaper, scraps of fabric, and use as a liner inside your house or for pillows. Maybe even a little light in there because the boxes are kind of dark inside. Have fun. So roll up your sleeves, get ready to get a little bit messy, and see what kind of adventures you can come up with, and find yourself a box or two. And you can stack them. There's just some more things you can do. You can paint the inside of your box and the outside of your box. So here are some things going on the outside of this one. Cut some windows in up at the top. Some kind of creepy giant eye looking out the window here. Who knows what it belongs to? And then we'll go inside the box. Inside the box, there's a beach, a big bucket, looks like a little crab on the sand, some waves and some clouds, and the sun and the sky. And if you stop by your local branch, you can get a sign for your box that says, you can find me in my, and we'll leave it blank. It'll be laminated. I put studio on here, but you can put whatever you need to put on your box for your adventure. Whether it's a spaceship, a rocket, maybe it's a race car. So today, I hope you've been inspired and you want to go out, get a box or two, see what you can create and make on your own. I'd love to see pictures of your work. All right, have fun. Bye-bye.